Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Burger, whose current price stands at the $1.828 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 2.78%. And in this video I want to give the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Fibonacci's and also the key areas of support and resistances, and also show you the key patterns that are information on this chart. So if you're interested in such content, make sure that you stick around till the end of the video. I'll kickstart the video by giving a recap of what I expected to play out on this chart. I expected us to break above this key area of resistance up here, and once that move plays out, I expected that we might have a retest of that area, and once the retest is a success, we can then continue pushing to the upper side into this yellow target that I have up here at around the $4 mark. And that yellow target, I was basing it on the trend-based Fibonacci's. So if I apply the trend-based Fibonacci, connecting to that high right there and the low down here, you can see that the 1.618 Fib level lies at around the $4.05 mark, which is the target that I had on the screen. And the other scenario that I expected to play out is that once we try to break above this key area of resistance and we get rejected, it could be possible that we get that pullback to the lower side, maybe have a retest of that area and then continue pushing to the lower side. And this seems to be the scenario that is playing out. And if we look at this chart from a wider view, you can see that from these lower prices we have been moving to the upper side very impulsively, and whatever is happening at the moment is a retracement of this movement to the upper side. So if I apply the Fibonacci's to try and mark out a target area for that retracement to the lower side, connecting to that high up there, the minimum that I expect that retracement to the lower side to do is the area between the Fib level 0.618 and the Fib level 0.38 Fib levels. And you can see that the price of Burger has done that. It has respected the Fibonacci's. We have come down to around the 0.5 Fib level and went even below that. We even broke below a key area of support down here at around the $1.84 mark. And at the moment we are trying and push to the upper side. So I think this retracement has done the minimum that we expect it to do, and it can maximize that yellow target by dropping a little bit to around the $1.55 mark. And at that area we might find an area of support at around the $1.55 mark and then have a massive pump to the upper side. I also have a chart pattern that I have on this chart. So if I zoom out, you can see that the price of Burger from these lower prices we have been moving to the upper side very impulsively, touched that key area here on the chart which is a resistance, got rejected, and then had a pullback to the lower side, tried to break above it once more. We didn't manage to have a breakout to the upper side, and we continued pushing to the lower side, and that move to the lower side completed the formation of this double top right here. And this pattern normally breaks to the lower side, having the target area as the height of the neckline of that double bottom. So if I use a trend line here, to get the height of that neckline, and then take the height, placing it right here to get a target to the lower side. And that breakout to the lower side should take us to around the $1.55 mark, which perfectly coincides with the yellow target that I have drawn out here using the trend-based using the Fibonacci's. So it's possible that within this area right here, that is between the Fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.5, we are finding that reversal to the upper side, and that brings me to the very first key scenario that I expect to play out here. It's possible that we find the reversal right from the prices that we are having at the moment, break above this key area of resistance. Once we do that, have a retest, and then continue pushing to the upper side to around the resistance that we have between the $2 mark and the $2.2 mark. And once we break above that, we can then have a retest, and then we can continue pushing to the upper side and break above all these other key areas of resistance, and maybe go back to around the $3 mark, or maybe within this yellow target at around the $4 mark. So that's the first key scenario that I expect to play out. The other one is that we might not be able to break above this key area of resistance, and maybe have a little bit of a pullback to the lower side, and that when that happens, we might find support at around the $1.55 mark, and that would be maximizing this yellow target that I have drawn out using the Fibonacci's, and also the target area we have found using the height of the neckline of the double top. And once that happens, we can then have another pump to the upper side and break above all these key areas of resistance, pushing the price of Burger to the upper side. And in case we lose that key area of support, then that would be the worst case scenario for Burger, because we'll be unlocking even lower prices here on the chart. If I take a look at the indicators, on the RSI, we are trading at around the 37 mark, and that would mean we have massive room for us to continue pushing to the upper side once we see that reversal to the upper side. And you can also note that if we do not manage to break above that key area of resistance at around the $1.84 mark, we can accommodate that move to the lower side, which could take us to around the $1.55 mark. So both scenarios can be accommodated here on the RSI. Also, if I take a look at the MACD, on the MACD we are seeing an increase in volume. We have also printed a bullish cross, and that would mean soon we might find that reversal to the upper side and continue unlocking even higher prices. So that's the update for Burger, and I'll keep you updated on any movement that plays out.